a student in SNCC, yes. All right, talk about SNCC and what it meant to the civil rights movement.
Well, at that time, it didn't mean nothing to it, because they hated them. I mean, them old folks was taking money from white folks. When they sent money, thousands, let me tell you where the biggest amount of money came from for buses. The bus capital of the world. The bus capital of the world is in Ohio. I can't think of the name of the city. The rubber capital of the world is in Ohio. Akron. That's who put up the money. King didn't know where it's coming from. Why? 1 million school buses is sold today. The bus you can keep forever. You got to change the tires every 30 days. Is that it? Every 30 days, the tires got to be changed. Safety. And so when you look at it was two forces. SCLC, who the whole world knew about, and SNCC, they just tried to write them off as just some crazy nuts, you know. When Stokely and them started talking about black power, and then King and people, the other niggas said, red power, green power, you know. And so it was that whole force, but wasn't nobody watching them, because they knew they weren't violent. And they knew that group had intellects. Okay, just wasn't a bunch of little punks walking down the street throwing bricks, okay? And so that's why they got so powerful. And then the white children had emulated them. Have y'all seen the stuff about Black Lives Matter? Koch brothers is paying for that. Them old dirty ass Koch brothers. They gave $25,000 to the United Negro College for it. See how it works? And so consequently, they gave them awful whoopings. They beat them up. Wasn't nobody looking at them. But because of their willing to die. Okay. Now let's go back and look at King. Took on the mightiest army in the history of planet Earth, the United States Army, with no guns, and brought them to their knees. And y'all don't know that. Y'all walk around talking all that, the latest dance, the latest this. Think about the mightiest army in the history. They got nuclear bombs. Huh? They just went there. Old women, young women, old men, young men, just kept singing. So then one day something happened in Selma. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't have a black president. Okay? Jimmy Lee Jackson will one day be one of the biggest heroes in the world. Jimmy Lee Jackson was 34, a deacon. He went down to register. Nigga, get out of here. So he went back to the church and organized deacons to go march. And somebody said they called James Orange for us. That was King's number one man. He didn't say call SCLC. So James Orange came down. They arrested him as soon as he got off the plane. So Jimmy Lee went over to the jail just to sing church songs to let him know we got your back and they're not going to lynch you tonight. But when they got there, they had turned off, the state troopers had shot all the lights out. No street lights, and attacked them. Well, I got there 30 minutes late because my plane was late. When I got there, blood was flowing down the gutter like it was a storm. So I said, what the fuck happened? They said, oh man, it's awful. Now, did y'all see the movie Selma? Okay. When the cops, Oprah Winfrey, okay, her daddy, they was beaten. And she was pulling off the daddy. By that time, they had pushed him into this convenience store. So Oprah was Jimmy Lee Jackson's mother, huh? So when she going to pull him off the daddy, they jumped her, so Jimmy Lee Jackson came to pull them off of her. They shot him in the stomach 5 times. Now, where you think they supposed to take him with 5 bullets in his belt? Just a simple question. Hospital? They carried him to jail and booked him. And carried him to the hospital the next day. And 5 days later, he died. The march over the bridge wasn't for voting rights. It was to celebrate Jimmy Lee Jackson being killed. That's what it was about. And they wasn't walking this Selma to Montgomery. They was walking to the bridge. That's where they got attacked, and that's where the whole world seen it. John Lewis was SNCC. He wasn't SCLC.
Now, it seemed like I could identify more with SNCC and what they were doing.
No, both of them. No, both of them. Both of them. It make me no different. It was liberation. Huh? You go to war, I'm about to give a damn. Is it the Navy that just blew that thing up, or the Army, or the Air Force? That was me. Little punks, one of them little punks. I used to drink me a 5th of scotch every day, baby. 4 packs of cigarettes every day. Top weight was 360 pounds. I eventually went up to, so it was a light complected state trooper who they thought was white. Light complected. They didn't know he was a nigga. So many we used to drink every night. So he came to me one day and he said, "Man, we got a serious problem. I'm in the inner circle. They don't know I'm married to a white woman, live in a white neighborhood, live in a black neighborhood, chewing go black suit. The plan is when they walk 3 blocks past that street corner, the cops gonna block off all the press people, especially the northern press. And then 3 blocks away, there'll be about 300 or 400 rednecks with pickaxes and cleavers and guns. Gonna kill them all. So I just need you to tell them to cancel the march tomorrow. I called my wife. I said, "Baby, I might go down tomorrow." So I told him what he told me. He said, "Greg, I'm not telling him. We come here to die. Shit, I'm calling you to say I'll probably be dead. Fuck them. I come here to die. Huh?" So the next day we go out and we marching. Don't nobody know this but me. So I see him. Everybody think it's the white cop. And he look at me and, "Fuck you." So we get to the corner. And we step off, you see the cops not letting the press go across the street. So we go across. I'm the only one there. No, we fixing to die. The sisters are singing the songs, baby. Singing the songs. The little children. And I see them come from across the street. You know what that's like? As a father, husband, knowing you're fixing to die. And I watched them walk up to the curb. I saw their pickaxes. Some of them had them things you move hay with, and then the guns and shit. And we just started singing like, nobody knew but me. And then almost a funny look came over them white folks' face. Like they were scared. I'm waiting to hear the gunshot. They dropped their guns and they shit and moved across the street with this funny look on their face. It was a year before I figured that out. Them old black folks was ready to die, not to hate. And them crackers saw the Spirit of God coming off of them. That's the movement, baby. Huh? You hear what I just said? The Spirit of God coming. Wow, that's how powerful that was. And it was a connection. Malcolm was over here. Snick was over here. But what did nobody know? When Snick got arrested, we were fortunate. The Kingfolk put up the bail. Yeah, but I can't have y'all around me, you know. I mean, you the most brilliant mind on the planet. You know more about physics, but you cuss all the time, so I can't have you around my grandmother, okay? I didn't tell you to stop. So it was that kind of thing. And it was every day. And we knew the government was in our ranks. They send black cops from New Jersey, dressed like demonstrators. So what I do, like Martin Chicago, we'd all start singing movement songs. Anybody couldn't sing it, we knew it was a cop. You got a nigga that can't sing, we should love a cop. So what we would do was put some people behind them, because all they need to do is throw a brick, and that gives the cops the right to open up. So if you see somebody reaching for a brick, grab them and hold them. That's what the game. That's what the game. I don't know.